Today's sponsor, TuxMat. This is a luxurious and robust car mat with a precision fit for whichever vehicle you happen to own. Now, the unit I have here is for a Model 3. So Willie Doo actually gets the floor mat upgrade. And check out this unboxing experience. The box turns into a car. How fitting. So this will be precision cut for your vehicle. This is the back of a Tesla Model 3. You can see you've got the TuxMat branding over here. There we go. Now, also inside the package, we have a QR code which we can scan for an installation guide. This is going to be the driver's side, but importantly here, we've got reinforcement where your heels are going to sit, and this is a rubberized portion, very durable. Same kind of texture elsewhere. And you can see just how high up in order to protect and sit underneath your pedals. Now, in this one, we've also got some Velcro pieces to help ensure that it stays in place. And we've got the perfect match for the passenger side. So TuxMat gives you a durable and versatile all-weather floor mat without necessarily looking like some of those other all-weather floor mats. This one does a better job of convincing you that you're actually looking at something that's more like carpeting than something that's rubberized. So you don't have to sacrifice the look while getting the durability of an all-weather mat. Thanks again to TuxMat for sponsoring this episode. And if you guys are interested and want to check if they make TuxMat for your vehicle, click the link in the description and go check it out. It is the day where luxury, and I mean like big time luxury, meets the electric car. This is the first EQS SUV Maybach, and this happens to be the night edition, which is even more rare, even more expensive. In USD, over 200K. In Canadian, almost 300K. But not only are you getting, not even arguably, definitely the most luxurious electric vehicle, but you're also getting these fine little touches that come with this night edition. Now, I've looked at a variety of Maybachs. Well, I've looked at the gas-powered Maybachs, but never the electric version. And I've looked at the EQS, but not the Maybach version of that. And when you think about it, these two worlds colliding kind of makes sense because the electric vehicle is already so quiet to begin with. And the Maybach brand is all about refinement and smoothness and comfort and quietness with the thick doors and the dual pane privacy glass. Now you've got a match made in heaven, don't you? This thing has so much to talk about and look at. And unlike previous videos where I have a really short period of time to tell you all about it, this one, I drove it for a week. Let's talk about the exterior and then we'll move into the inside, which is really the important place when it comes to luxury like this. First, these wheels, all the tiny little Maybach emblems making up this grid. And this EQS series, you know, some people have said the styling is a little bit mundane. It's all about drag coefficient, efficiency, electricity. Whether it's the EQS sedan or the EQS SUV, these things get some serious range. This one is no different. 450, 460 kilometers on a full charge. And that's with a vehicle that's extremely heavy because you got all these luxury features in there. No expense spared. You've got these seats with motors and massagers and recline. This wheel is doing dual purpose as Maybach design, but also for added range by stopping some of that air from getting trapped on the inside of the wheel. We've also got a fair amount of rubber here, and that's going to aid in your comfort level. And then, of course, we've also got Maybach labeled there, and they have labeled Maybach all over the place, except for one location, surprisingly, which is the emblem, where they maintain the Mercedes emblem. Okay, now the front has some interesting tidbits here. Obviously, this thing has your smart features, your assisted cruise control. We have a few different tones going on, so you can see many elements blacked out for the night edition, but the two-tone package, which always lets you know you're dealing with the ultimate in luxury from Mercedes. However, it's gonna cost you, in Canadian funds, this two-tone upgrade is like, it's over 20 grand. But it is beautiful, and there are elements that are done by hand, including this pinstripe here. It just feels right on a Maybach. Something else that's interesting, since you have to have front-facing cameras for parking, these are extremely useful. And in this case, in order so that they wouldn't disrupt this bar coming down the front here and the symmetry of this grille, they decided to put the front-facing camera actually slightly off-center. That decision, I can see some people questioning. They would say, well, I want the camera to be dead center. They chose a design element to be dead center instead. I think this is fine. This section here carries through a very similar design to the wheels. So you've got this variety of Maybach logos, some flipped upright and some flipped upside down, and then they've integrated some of your front sensors. We've even got Maybach logos inside of the headlights. Like, check that out right there. There, you see the way it gently comes on, and that's another thing. This vehicle greets you. This vehicle is happy to see you when you arrive. You get this little musical chime. Obviously, you've got the puddle light projectors from the doors, more Maybach emblems, of course, projected onto the ground. You can tweak all of this atmospheric stuff on the outside, inside of the car, but by default, it's just like this. It's singing you a little song. It's letting you know that it's glad that you've spent all this money. It's a reminder that you're not stepping into a typical vehicle, but instead you're stepping into a Maybach and an electric Mercedes. This is a really interesting location. At first you might be thinking, that is a very narrow charge port. Well, it's not a charge port at all. In fact, this might be the world's most convenient refill station for your washer fluid. And by the way, I was trying to pop it open when the car was locked and it wasn't allowing me to do so. So nobody can mess with your washer fluid. Pour something else in there. I mean, I didn't even think about that until I just tried to open it while the car was locked. Now, one of the reasons for that is because underneath this hood, there is no frunk. This is a frunkless EV, and you might be like, wait a sec, there should be plenty of room under there. According to Mercedes, there's all kinds of important components that are housed under there, and therefore you get no frunk, and you'll be refilling your washer fluid on the side of the vehicle over here. These doors are motorized, self-closing. When you get into the driver's seat, if you put your foot on the brake pedal, the door will close on its own. You can also program the unlock button. If you press and hold, you can have it open, in this case, the passenger door like magic. Look at this. Go ahead, step right up, no problem. And to close the door, a little touch on the outside and more magic. Another Maybach logo down here. I think this is kind of funny, this little step, because the car is not that high to begin with. Another Maybach emblem here. This is maybe my favorite one of the bunch. I don't know why that is. I just feel like that is the perfect spot for an emblem. I just like this emblem. Also on this side, we have our charge port, and it's underneath this cap here. This looks pretty simple. Of course, we have our flip down for faster charging. I can notice some gaskets there as well to keep water from getting in. Around back, I mean, it's simple looking kind of from every angle, but what they've added is detail. One of those things is the way that you open the trunk. So a lot of SUVs, you have some sort of button down at the bottom where it lifts up and you kind of search for it and it gets dirty down there. This one you're not gonna miss because it's this giant Mercedes emblem in the center, and it does dual function because it also flips up for your rear facing camera, parking camera. You just push like that and it opens up the trunk. And of course, the whole time you're getting that nice little ambience of the tail light there buzzing back and forth as you do these activities. The other thing you notice when you open this up is this detail here. You have really what is an upside down Maybach emblem, but then it's right side up when you open up the trunk. This is all leather wrapped, leather stitched sections pretty much everywhere. We have a charge cable in the back. It's tethered so it doesn't jump around too much. And we've also got a little compartment. I didn't even open this up yet, but a little compartment for some extras. It looks like an air compressor for the tire in there. And one thing I do like as well, you have these metal protectors for bigger pieces of luggage and things. This is a first for me. I haven't seen the luggage cover with built-in speakers before. So they figured out a way to just give it a little added depth. Burmester, if you haven't had exposure, it's sort of that top end as far as car audio, like from the factory. This is typically an upgrade from other brands. Oh, also, this unit can be configured with the refrigerator. For some reason, this particular model that we're looking at doesn't have that option. But if you did have the option for the fridge, it would be sitting sort of right here. It is nice to know that it is removable, like so you can take the fridge in and out if you need more cargo, but that's where it would go. If you don't have the fridge configured, this acts as a pass-through for longer items. I put a few hockey sticks through there. Closed. Oh, I should also mention while we're on the outside, you have a big panoramic glass. This does open. And it looks like you've also got a spot for a roof rack. Mercedes, let's do a project, off-road Maybach. Another Burmester speaker here and one up top here. They are all over the place. The sound system and the sound experience, I had my 4-year-old daughter in here and that was her #1 favorite feature. I said, you're not gonna ride in this car anymore. Mercedes is taking this car back, but I do wanna know what your favorite thing about it was. And she said, listening to the Trolls soundtrack. Anyway, over here is where you're gonna control and configure your comfort for your seat here. You have seat heating, you have seat cooling. As far as seat configuration goes, my favorite section is here. This little button on the top controls seat depth. This is my thigh. Okay, it's kind of a longer thigh. So a lot of seats end up feeling kind of short and I'll sit in it. This is with it in its default position. You can see there's a gap from the end of the seat to where my leg actually ends. So if I have this up here, that's half a thigh, half an unsupported thigh. So if I grab this guy and move this out, check out what happens. The seat depth, and it's from the back. So my butt is actually, see, it's extending here. See, the seat pan is moving out further. So my butt can sink back further, even though this section stays roughly the same length. And then look what happens. I get this nice support the whole way. That's my favorite car seat feature that I've experienced. The key with this vehicle is just how quiet and peaceful it is. The world melts away, your stress melts away. It truly has an effect on you. When you think about these refinements and you think, why would you go through this painstaking process of trying to cut the sound of the road or external sound so much? Well, obviously because you want to charge people for it eventually, but also because you are trying to deliver the most refined driving experience, and I think they may have done it in this vehicle. Okay, so we're inside now. That's what it's all about with the Maybach, the inside. Bringing the Maybach portion to the EQS means that you're getting the most updated and highest tech interior that Mercedes is really offering. You're getting this massive display across the front. Well, it's actually 3 different displays, but they make it seem like one through this seamless piece of glass that just carries across the whole thing. It's a really refined approach compared to other interiors where you have, oh, Mercedes heard me say, Mercedes, cancel.
Thanks, likewise.
The other thing you're gonna notice is the ambient lighting, but essentially you've got this light strip. It goes all the way around the vehicle and it's capable of responding to situations. So like if you're gonna exit your lane or something, it goes red. So if we hit the ambient light button, yes, it can do monochrome, really any color. As you can see, it carries to the dash as well. So that's all right. You can do monochrome. Obviously you have brightness settings. You can do different zones. You can link the zones, but multicolor is the coolest. Some other cool options are gradients that move between different colors, from blue to teal or from purple to yellow, cyan to magenta. The fact that it also moves through other dash elements and displays creates some amazing ambience at night. I don't think any other company competes in that space as far as customizable ambience, because there's so many different minor lighting elements and screen elements that are all contributing to that ambience, like down in the footwell or around the vents, which, by the way, are really satisfying. They kind of look like something out of a retro fighter plane, but they're manual. They're not inside of a screen, they're quick to adjust, and they're smooth. And this tiny little RGB ring lights up the pattern and just contributes to that ambience. So there is another way to control the doors, which is via this display. It will show you which doors are open or closed, and it'll let you open or close any of the 4 doors from this location. You can see my door opens up and I can exit. Now, obviously, you've also got wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay options that are in here. Now, we're gonna talk a little bit more about this variety of features when we're actually driving. Before we get out on the road, I just wanna finish up talking about the interior and, most importantly, the back seat. So this center console here, we get more of this kind of open pore wood. You can see the way it's laid in there and just this really nice texture to it. This portion slides open and you have a wireless charger up front, which you can see is lit, and it has a non-slip pad in there. You also have 2 USB-C ports and they do quick charge. We've got another set of controls here. We can control our drive modes, and it's currently in the My Box setting, which they suggest is to do mostly with your suspension. You're having My Box suspension, which is just like, a way to think about that is just the smoothest ride you've ever experienced. My Box is the default, is what I've been in almost the entire time. However, there is a sport mode and it will get more responsive. This thing is about 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, I believe, which is impressive for a vehicle of this scale and weight. So extremely useful camera system for parking assistance. I can look at every angle around the car rendered inside the studio. The other thing we have here is some storage, and actually what's inside the storage right now is number 12 mood interior perfume. This car has a scent aspect to it when it's setting the mood with the ambience and the variety of different sound profiles you can set up, but you can have a scent to go along with it. This installs in the glove box. We've also got headphones, wireless headphones. You can see we have a nice bag to hold it in. And look at these, look at those units right there. I mean, those are cool enough on their own, Mercedes branded noise canceling headphones. 2 pairs. Now this steering wheel is like this glossy finish with leather wrap on the inside, a very luxurious feel. If you're familiar with Mercedes, like this is a thing, S-classes, it just, you know you're driving something different when you have this dual setup on the wheel with the gloss and the leather on the inside. Of course, you've got plenty of adjustment for the wheel as well. As far as the seats are concerned, like, I mean, you got this beautiful quilted finish to it, all very high quality, very adjustable, and then obviously a variety of different massage settings as well, which maybe I'll turn those on when we actually get out and get driving. Now, nighttime is when you want to be in this car. It is like cyberpunk, it is like futuristic, it is unexpected. My initial EQS video, this is the part that blew me away the most, and it gets a reaction every single time. The ambient lighting in here is so considerate. All this variety of bright and linear and diffusion, like subtle diffusion. You hear that gentle hum, that peaceful sound, that ambience, this diffused sound just kind of there, and this gradient that flows through your dash. See, if I change the mood, it will affect the displays and the ambience. Miami Rose, burning blue. Malibu sunset, ocean blue, jungle green, garnet glow, rose gold white, amethyst glow. All right, so the back seat of the Maybach is where you want to be, if you can, because this is the most comfortable spot. I mean, it's better than a limo. Like, you have access to all your entertainment. You have the ability to recline. You've got this pillow where your head is. Then you have these optional lumbar pillows with Maybach branding on them. I've actually got it out right now because it lets me get a little bit further back. I am exactly 6 feet tall, and I can get my feet up on this footrest. Like, check out this positioning. Here comes the footrest as well to support the bottom part of my legs, and this has a pillow on it also, and that just takes the weight off of my heels over there. So if I push my feet to the side, I can be comfortable, no problem. It also will move the front seat forward and then put the screen into the right orientation for me to see it, like at the right angle. Now you might be saying, how are you gonna reach that screen to interact with it though? Well, you don't have to, because you have this tablet right here, and I can either use the tablet in that location, or I can use this little extraction motor to lift it up and then use it like this. And so from here, I can control all types of aspects of the car. There's a few different ways you can interface as far as the media is concerned. You have Bluetooth, online music, USB media files, and 2 HDMI ports. So you just open this up like this. And this is actually pretty cool because you also get this wireless charger with an anti-slip mat. Tons of USB ports, fast charge capable. There's 4 of them here, and they're illuminated with blue LEDs. You also have a DC if you need a little bit more power. And then these are mini HDMIs. So that's important to note. You would need an adapter. Listen, it's something you're gonna get once, and then you'll be done with it. You'll just have a nice little adapter in there for whichever device you want to connect. You could even get crazy and try to run like a game console with an external battery and an HDMI and play some PlayStation on this display if you want to. Now, that's not the only compartment when you're back here, by the way. That's just one of 2. This is a motorized compartment. Tons of that open pore wood in this location. We click this button and this motor goes into action, opening this section here. We have 2 cup holders, hot and cold. You have room for a smaller bottle and then a larger one, and you can feel it start to get cold right away. If I click it again, I move into hot mode. And what I love here is it's so obvious which mode you're in. Pillows for the lumbar, which I have down there, pillows for your head. Another funny thing about these seats, they do have ISOFIX under here. It's kind of just a funny thought of like a kid being in this rear seat being chauffeured around. A lot of glass, which makes it feel more open and large. And then you'll probably also see the RGB continues all through here, and it just creates like so many different diffused lighting zones. Another thing you'll notice here, illuminated seatbelt buckle. A simple little thing. At night you're looking for this. Well, now you're not really looking. Oh, my little pillow came loose. There's the cooling. Ooh, lovely. Very like powerful cooling, by the way. Like my butt is cold immediately. Just getting work done, you know? Reading reading magazines. If I had a car like this, I'd just be back here reading magazines. National Geographic. Mo doesn't even know what a magazine is. The back is better than the front. I mean, this is wild back here. This is so comfy. It's a Maybach. Like, yeah, of course. That's what you paid for. I had a cousin once that visited when I was in high school from Italy, and his favorite thing, like if he didn't understand something we were talking about.
Sure.
What is?
Yeah.
Oh, it just told me to put my hands on the wheel right there. I was looking away too much, I thought. But what can I say? I mean, this is about comfort. It's about relaxation. It's about refinement. It's as if you gave somebody a mission, a team. You gave them a mission. You said, make the most comfortable, sophisticated, person-moving vehicle that you possibly can. And they thought of everything. They thought of everything you might want to have in something like that. Certainly when you step into this, when you drive it, you get a sense for that level of refinement and the amount of work that would have gone into executing that. The idea seems simple, maybe outside of the electrification. The idea, what do you have to have? Tighter gaps and thicker glass and more comfortable seats with more adjustments and reclines, but it's the execution. That's really where the rubber meets the road for a vehicle. Like, that's really what matters, is the execution. You got to go in there with a fine-tooth comb, and a bunch of people got to check on that manufacturing process, and there's so many different people involved in the production of a car like this to ensure that it meets that quality standard. And that's really what sets these ultra luxury vehicles apart. It's what sets that Maybach branding apart from the standard Mercedes brand, which is already obviously luxurious. But Will has the best seat. The guy who matters most is in your seat, Will. Like, if you're in Germany, right, and you're on your way to an important meeting, this car picks you up and you sit there. You're wearing a suit, you are stressed. That's it. Just a 10-minute serene breeze reprieve. This suspension is ridiculous. It's a hovercraft. Here's like, I'm gonna venture off the road a little bit. You didn't feel it. That was dirt. That's the dirt. You didn't feel it. Guy behind me thinks I'm nuts. He thinks the guy in the Maybach has lost it. He might not be wrong. He might not be wrong. Or maybe I gained it. Maybe I didn't lose it. Maybe I gained it. Hawaiian. Cheese. Only time can provide.
Yeah,
Like a place like this.
yeah.
Without the time, it's not what it is. It needs the time. You know what I mean?